Hey guys, this is week 31 of pregnancy, your 25-minute workout. As usual, you don't need any equipment, just yourself and a mat and some water to stay hydrated. I'd encourage you to subscribe after you're done if you have not joined the community already. And we'll start with a bit of a shoulder roll in standing just to warm up. So you're taking those shoulders back and open as we just move those shoulder blades around and get things moving. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and the other direction. Really rolling those shoulders forward to open up those shoulder blades. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're then going to kick those ankles up towards that buttocks as you open out those arms. So you should feel a bit of a stretch along the pecs or the front of the chest and the fronts of the thighs. Try not to let the lower back arch here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs nice and wide and hand to opposite toe. So you're keeping the back fairly straight here, knees relaxed as you reach from side to side. If that belly is just getting in the way or you're unable to keep that back straight and go very low, you can stay high and do it up here. Side to side. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Keep the feet wide, but point the toes out, and bend down into a plie to reach. As you come up, squeeze the glutes and stretch overhead. Think of opening that chest up toward the ceiling as you reach. As we bend down, we're also opening out those hips. 2 more. And 1. Shoulder rolls. Open that chest out as you roll those shoulders. 4, 3, 2, 1, and change direction. Round the shoulders forward, open up that upper back, that area between the shoulder blades. 3, 2, 1, butt kicks, open out those arms. So this is just a nice dynamic stretch of some of those muscles along the front of the body. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs wide, opposite toe touch. Keep that chest open rather than hunching. Breathe. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Toes out, plie down, and then reach. So this is still a warm-up. So it's slow, it's controlled, although most of our movements are. But this is more about getting everything moving than really starting to work on our strength yet. 3 more. 2 and 1. Okay, now we will start to work the legs a bit more with a walk out squat. So start with your feet hip distance apart, come down into a squat position, and we're walking the feet out and in as we keep this low squat. Out and in, out and in. If this is a lot for your pelvis to deal with, it's starting to hurt a bit because of that transfer of weight, you can just stay in a squat and pulse, or squat and come up, whichever is more comfortable for you. Still challenging, still strengthening, but not very pain-provoking. You can go with that option. Out and in. You should feel the quads, the glutes start to burn. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come into standing. We're going to do 2 heel raises and then toes out, 2 heel raises. So up and up, toes out, up and up, toes in, up and up. So pivot on the heels as you switch that foot position from a parallel to a turnout. Up and up, up and up. Keep switching. Squeeze the glutes to help give you some balance and stability here. In that turnout, squeeze the inner thighs together. Up and up. 3 more. 2 and 1. We'll then do some tabletop hinges. So standing up nice and tall, knees slightly bent, keep that chest open and the weight on the fronts of the feet. As you hinge forward, lift the sitting bones up rather than having them curled under. And in this position, we do 3 knee bends, slight straighten, down, and up. Bend, pull down with the shoulders so you also feel that mid-back working here. Nice open chest. Squeeze down. There's tension in those arms as the legs also work. You can also turn this into a single leg deadlift, alternating from side to side, but sometimes that can cause a bit of pelvic pain in the late stage of pregnancy. So if you are having any pelvic pain, this double leg option is often a lot better tolerated. So pick your option. Let's just do 1 more. And we'll go back to the beginning with those walk out squats. Keep the chest open, squat low, and walk out and in. If you're struggling with the walks, just keep it to a squat pulse or a down and up squat. Out and in. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up into heel raises. Come up onto those toes. Come out, and then heel raise in a turnout. Keep tension in those abdominals as they remain braced. Shoulder blades down the back so those shoulders are relaxed. Breathe. Four more. 3, 2, 1. Into tabletop hinges or a single leg deadlift. Pull those shoulder blades down the back as you hinge. 3 knee bends. Keep those sitting bones lifted. Bend. 2, 3, up. Squeeze the glutes at the top to really finish the movement. Squeeze. 1, 2, 3, squeeze. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, and up. Last 1, 2, 3, and up. Okay, let's get down into a kneeling position here. You're going to walk your front foot out to the side, so you've got a wider base of stability. One hand on the belly, one hand on the hip, and tilt your pelvis, or tuck it under and then release. As we move into a few pelvic tilts here, just to integrate some mobility into this workout too. As you tuck under, you should feel a stretch in the front of that back thigh. 2 more this side. 1, switch over to the other side. Nice wide stance and tilt. Keep the upper body fairly stationary, chest open, and all of the movement happens below the waist. So this is a nice mobilization if you're experiencing any pelvic pain or SPD, which is pain on that pubic bone. 3, 2, 1. Okay, come back to the other side in a slightly wide kneeling position. Keep the pelvis slightly tucked under, hands behind the head, and you're going to bend down to one side and then bend down to the other. Switching from side to side. So you should feel these oblique abdominals working to control that side bend as you move down. But then you'll also feel a bit of a stretch in the back leg. Once again, pairing mobility with some control and strength work. Just 2 more. And 1. Okay, other side. Pelvis slightly tucked under. And we bend side to side. Try not to lean forward or back. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, bring the knees together, and you're going to lower yourself down onto your elbows. So we're in a kneeling plank position. So you can bring those knees a little bit wider for some added stability. Tuck that pelvis slightly under as you bring the hips forward into a kneeling plank, and pick a level where you're comfortable. If your hips are too far forward, often that becomes a bit too difficult to control, so then move them back slightly. Bring that baby closer towards you as you brace those abdominals, and you're going to extend one leg, keeping the toe on the floor, back to center, other side. So alternately lifting one knee off of the mat, but keep pushing out of those shoulders, and try to not let the hips shift from side to side. If you need a break, sit back. I could see that my belly was starting to get a bit pointy there, and then we come back. So have a look down at that belly to make sure that you're keeping your form and it's not starting to cone. If it is, just do 2 reps, 2 to 4 reps, sit back, release, and then come back and try again. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just sit back into child's pose here. Knees nice and wide as you stretch forward. And just breathe here. Okay, before we change positions completely, come onto your hands and knees, and we're just going to do a few braces here. So let the belly go, let it hang, let it relax, and as you exhale, bring that belly closer to the spine as you flatten those ribs, brace, hold, and then release. So this is just a really good technique to practice while you're still pregnant, because it will come in handy also once our babies are here and we then move into that postnatal recovery stage where we'll start to rehab and re-strengthen those abdominals. Up, hold, and if this is nice and easy for you, once you've got that hold, you can add a bear hold while you keep those abdominals braced. Have a look down at that belly to make sure it's not becoming pointy. Just 2 more here. Last one. And now we'll change positions. You're going to lie on your side for this. So supporting your head in your hand. We are here. And bend the knees a little bit so they're slightly in front of you. Brace those abdominals. Now you're ready to move. Extend that top leg, and your top hand can be on your hip or in front of you to stabilize. You're going to kick that leg up and bring it back down. As it picks up, it'll come slightly forward. That's all right. It doesn't have to stay completely in line with the head. There. We're then going to add an arm. So hand goes towards that toe as we kick up. Keep those ribs flat and abdominals braced and tense. Breathe throughout. We've got 6 more kicks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're then going to circle that top foot forward. So these are really small circles because what we don't want is the whole body rocking back and forth as the leg circles. Everything is still except that leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change direction and circle the other way. You should start to feel these hip muscles working. Just for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Give the hip a little bit of a rub, some pressure, and then switch to the other side. So down onto one hand, knees slightly bent, extend that top leg, abdominals braced, hips on top of one another. Kick that leg up. And once you've got that movement, you can add a reach with that hand. Up and down. So you should feel these oblique abdominals tense as you keep that trunk stable through this movement. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're then circling that leg in one direction. We'll switch directions, so it doesn't matter which one you start with, but make sure that you've still got tension in that abdominal region and you're not rocking back and forth. 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch directions. Circle the other way. Almost there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Give that hip a bit of a rub, and then push yourself into sitting. We'll first open those knees out, sit up nice and tall, and then hinge slightly forward to open up the hips and the lower back. Breathe. You're then going to gently rock that torso from side to side, kind of in a semicircular movement. And you should feel that stretch shift a little bit from one side of the back to the other. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the legs where they are. Place the hands behind you and just push the chest open and forward to stretch out those pecs. And release. Bring one leg in front of you, other leg out to the side. Keep the toes up facing the ceiling. Back straight as you hinge forward. And you should feel a bit of an inner thigh stretch here. Okay, switch to the other side. Sit up nice and tall and hinge forward. Last stretch in a sitting position. Just bring one hand behind the head, grab the elbow to stretch out the triceps. And switch. Okay, push yourself back up into standing. Roll those shoulders back and down as you stand up nice and tall. I hope you feel a little bit released, like you have a little bit more movement. Have a look at some of our other workouts as per usual, some of our advice videos if you have any questions about some of the conditions that tend to crop up during pregnancy. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in a couple of days with a new video.